Now, today we'll talk about types of war. Now, last class, I think previous classes we've mentioned about the reasons for war. Now, I advise that you look for a particular. I think maybe that book should be in the Bible. I said the Bible should still be in the library. It was one article I wrote, one chapter I wrote with late Dr. Alade, Charles Alade now. And of course, the title is Types of War. So that thing will help your analysis. You can get it. It's not online, it's in a book. I think the title of the book is Our Ever-Changing World. So myself and Alade wrote that particular thing on war, types of war. So you get that material to help your ministry. Now, the first one is what you call hegemonic war. Hegemonic war. The first one is what we call hegemonic war. The second one is what we call total war. So hegemonic war. Then the second one is what they call total war. Now the third one is limited war. Third one is limited war. Fourth one, civil war. Yeah. Final one, fifth one, guerrilla war. Hegemonic war, guerrilla war, total war, limited war, and civil war. Hybrid war. Hybrid war. Now we start with hegemonic war. Hegemonic wars are sometimes what we refer to as a global war or world war. We've only had two in world history: First World War and Second World War. That is, when a particular country is interested in dominating the whole world. When a particular country is interested in dominating the whole world, everywhere, and we've had only two. The last one we had was in 1945. That's 1939 to 1945. When that gentleman called Adolf Hitler started his madness in 1939. So, hegemonic war is total world domination. They call it global war or systemic war. And that's hegemonic, total world domination. You want to control everything, everybody in the world. That was exactly what Hitler did. And that was why they call it a world war. We've only had it twice in world history. I would pray we never actually experience any other world war as it is. If there's going to be a world war again, my dear, you are going to the battlefield to go and die. Yes, they will recruit university students and secondary school students now. Things are so bad now in Ukraine. They are now reducing the conscription age. They are so bad, they are bringing it down. I think it's now on 25. You must join the army, and they are now recruiting old people. Gone are those days that you are 60, your grandpas are now on the battlefield trying to protect Ukraine. Can I continue? 2, total war. Total war is when a state attacks another state and tries to take the capital of that state. You are interested in occupying the capital of that state to subjugate it. Remember, it's different from hegemonic war. Now, to take the capital of the particular state, and you are now interested, once you've taken the capital, the war is considered to have been over. Once you take the capital of that state, that war is considered to be over. That's what you call a total war. And we have a lot of that too within the international political system. I think that's what they used to have in Yoruba land back then. Once you sack the capital, you are not interested in everybody. It's the country you're actually fighting. Once you sack the capital, then your objective has been achieved. Then you bring that war to an end. Now, limited war, you are only interested in achieving specific objective. Once the objective has been achieved, you bring that war to an end. Listen to everything I'm saying. They are important too. Your business will be to look for examples to fail this thing when you are writing these stuff in the exams. Total war, you want to occupy the capital. Once you've succeeded in occupying the capital, you signal that that particular country has been defeated. Even if everybody they are alive and it does not matter. Once you've taken the capital, that war is over. But then another said for the other one, limited war, that means you only have specific objective to achieve. Once you've achieved that objective, then that war is considered to be over. A good example is America's invasion of Iraq in 1991. Then they only chased Iraq out of Kuwait, and that ended that thing. They didn't get to the capital. But 2003, they got to the capital and removed Saddam Hussein. And you can see the difference between the two. You can see the difference between the two. 1991, they only pushed Iraq out of Kuwait. Limited objective. Once that had been objective, the war came to an end. But 2003 now, they got to the capital. Exactly, that is total. So it matters. I keep telling you that everything we see, international relation has its own unique meaning. Then after that, you have what we call civil war. You usually refer to civil war as an aberration. It's like, I don't know, do you know what they call autoimmune diseases? Autoimmune diseases. No, some of you have it now. You probably just didn't know. When your system is trying to kill you, your system now is trying to kill you. That's why sometimes you just feel like you can't breathe. That thing will just be closing. Maybe when your white blood cells, they are overreacting to an infection. Maybe they just need about 1%, then they will release about 90%. And people suffer a lot. They'll be happy you are just okay. There are things you take that when you say you react to things, that's your body trying to kill you when you take that. But bad. You know what killed that boy really? It's not what's his name that killed him. No, it was not that guy that killed him, actually. No, they gave him the wrong antibiotic. That was what killed that guy. It's not everybody that can actually take penicillin. Most people react to penicillin. When they give you penicillin, if they didn't give it, you will die immediately. It's meant to be an antibiotic that saves your life, but it's not every antibiotic that you can actually take. And that's why when you buy drugs, they'll test it first. If you notice any reaction, discontinue. But you say, no, the thing they work. The thing they work. Now, civil war is meant to be an aberration. That is when your body is fighting with you. I think there's what they call, is it the bad hand syndrome? When your hands want to choke you to death, when you are sleeping at night, it happens to you. Your hand will just of its own volition just come and choke you, choke you, choke you. Civil war is when people within a state are now trying to change the government of that state. When the people within a state, particular group, particular people, particular tribe within a state are trying to they are trying to change the governance within that state for political reasons, for economic reasons, could be any reason, but they have to be member of that state, not external. They are from within the state. And of course, the perfect example is that wonderful country called Nigeria, 67 to 70. Exactly. Based on everything you'll be picking on that level, you should be able to pick countries that fit this description. That's why you call it a civil war. Guerrilla war is the war of the weak. Guerrilla war has no beginning and it has no end. It is not declared. It's when they attack you that you know they are fighting you. You burst out, you attack, then you run back, you go and hide. It has no definite date. It has no beginning and it has no end. You strike, you disappear. You shoot them in the back, you run away. Unlike the usual war that you confront the enemy and the rest of the something. So that's why they refer to it as a weapon of the weak, or the tactic of the weak. You don't fight man to man. Man to man is when you are capable of confronting the opposition. But for guerrilla warfare, no, you hide. When they do, in fact, most times it's always at night you prefer to attack. Mosquitoes do that thing a lot. They don't come out in the afternoon to fight you. They only come out at night to destroy it, to disturb you. They strike and they are so intelligent. Once they strike, they won't come back to the same spot. They move away. And then when you think then they come back again. They come back again. Pick another different spot. I think I asked you this question once. Was it not you people I asked? Why is mosquito always interested in human blood? Why not dog's blood? Why is mosquito always interested? And of course, it's the female one now that takes blood. Why is he always interested in blood? Have you ever pondered that thing? President, your faith supports mosquito sucking human blood? Sorry, you said blood is sweeter. Our blood is sweeter. So you've confirmed from the mosquito. Is that why they are taking the blood? Quickly, theories of war. The other time we did types of war now. So theories of why do we have war? That generalized war now. That it's possible that if you have this thing, every country must have war at a point in time in their life. Now, the first one is the individual level analysis of war. Individual level analysis of war. 2, interstate level analysis of war. interstate level analysis of war. Then three, global level analysis of war. Why do you have war? Individual, interstate, then finally, global level analysis. Those three reasons are important. Very, very important. Now, for the individual, it says you have war based on rationality. You have war based on rationality. That it is a man thing or a woman thing, that you think it. War does not just happen at all. Yeah, rational. You're rational. You're logical. It's something you think about, then you carry out. So individual level analysis, that it's individual that starts war. And they have reasons, logical reason is something they have thought through when they start that war. And what comes to your mind is that wonderful man lying in heaven in paradise, Adolf Hitler. It was a logical thing. He wanted to use that to achieve some objective. Another one you have in mind is that guy called Napoleon. Yeah, this individual starts war. And they always have logical reasons for starting such a war. War does not start just when they say Nigeria. No, somebody must have lit the candle. Not just one day everybody in Nigeria. There must have been someone that will lead that charge. And there are always that individual that mobilize others to actually start that conflict as it is. If you will not agree, we will not agree in this class. We start with one person, maybe the president. The others will now chip in or chime in, and they go with that agitation. The NLC wants to revolt now. Hope you are aware. They said they want to call a strike, and it's being led by one person. Remember, it's an individual. One person will now start that idea. Others will now crowd in, and before you know it, it becomes a movement. So it's the same with war. That you have individual rationality. One person will be the one pushing that thing. Then others will buy into that idea. Then you get war. So it does not matter whether it is witches or wizards or something. It has to be logical, rational. Somebody will think it, and he will justify it. Then others will buy into that idea. Then it becomes a mass movement. Then you get global conflict. Two, interstate simply says war starts because of power relationship among states. War starts because of power relationship among states within the international political systems. Interstate simply means that war starts based on, importantly, power relationship among states. Power. That is why you have war. When one is too powerful, others want to break it down. When you are too powerless, you want to be powerful. So it's power. Power dictates why you get war within international political system. So it's like Ludo among states. You have more power, I want some of that power. You can't have that power, you get war. You have power, I don't have power. I want power, you get war. Then you have power, you don't have power, you want to have power. I'll try to stop you from having that power. Then you still get war. Then again, I have power, I still covet your power. You wouldn't want me to have your Ukraine, Russia. Then you still take them. Again, then you get the war. And that's why you said you have interstate, individual, then you have global.